What's up, guys? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you my NFL predictions for the 2012 season for Week 13. This is going to be an interesting week of football. A lot of playoffs implications. A lot of teams fighting for those wild cards, especially in the AFC and NFC. So, before I begin, check out beforethekickoff.com. I'm a writer on there. I write college football, so if you're into that kind of stuff, you can read that. But I also do predictions, so if you guys want my predictions in short form, right there for y'all. But moving on forward, Twitter at ChaseOliver68. CO Live videos, video up on Thursday. Olive Tree Podcast, first edition, up Thursday. Yeah, I'm actually doing shit on those other two channels. You definitely should check it out. So let's get started with these Week 13 predictions. We got the Saints at the Falcons. The Saints and Falcons, they played recently. They played recently at the Superdome. And the Falcons ended up losing their perfect record to the Saints. And I was kind of surprised by that because I thought the Falcons were a lot better team than the Saints. But the Saints last Sunday suffered a huge beatdown by the San Francisco 49ers. Boy, did Drew Brees get hurt. Boy, did those Saints receivers just get beat down. Charles Goldson was like, no, you ain't going to the end zone. He was making sure those Saints receivers pay every time they caught that football. But really, to be honest, I really like the Atlanta Falcons in this game. I really don't think the Saints are 100% after that beatdown from the San Francisco 49ers. And also, it's in the Georgia Dome. What can you say? It's the Georgia Dome. I mean, a great arena. So, yeah. Also, you know what's at the Georgia Dome this Saturday? Alabama, Georgia, baby. If you're a football fan, literally go sit down and watch that game. Alabama, Georgia is going to be a great college football game. And there's a lot of great NFL prospects in that game. Chance Warmack, Aaron Murray. Definitely sit down. Jarvis Jones. There we go. Jarvis Jones. Definitely sit down and take the time and actually watch it. It's going to be a good game. Winner goes on to the national championship. But anyways, I got the Falcons winning this football game. Jaguars at the Bills. Really, to be honest, I think Chad Henne has made this team into a better team. Really, I think that he's doing a good job as the quarterback there. I mean, he's not a great quarterback, but he is a pretty damn good guy that can facilitate the football to other different wide receivers, the playmakers like Laurent Robinson, Cecil Shorts III, and the dangerous Justin Blackmon. I mean, we've seen what Blackmon has become with a quarterback that can exceptionally throw the football to him. He doesn't look lost running his routes. He actually looks like a decent wide receiver. The Buffalo Bills, on the other hand, I really do like how their defense is actually forming up to be actually what we thought they were going to be, a pretty solid defense. Offense, on the other hand, I don't even know what they're doing. I mean, Fred Jackson and C.J. Spiller. Yeah, I mean, C.J. Spiller's having a great year for him. I'm really liking C.J. Spiller's year. But other than that, Ryan Fitzpatrick, he's not playing to the money I'm expecting him to play at. I mean, Stevie Johnson is their only weapon. I don't see any other weapons for the Buffalo Bills. Scott Chandler, I don't even know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, he's pretty much, I think he's getting some yards, not like the yards you would expect him to get, but he's not really doing the best of jobs as a tight end in the NFL. And really, to be honest here, I'm just not digging the Buffalo Bills, so I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're a different team with Chad Henne at their wing. The Seahawks at the Bears. And the Bears, I think this may have changed to the Sunday night game. I don't know if flex schedule kicked in, but Seahawks at Bears, this is going to be a good-ass game. I think it's going to be a tough defensive battle. I see Cutler throwing an interception. I see Wilson throwing an interception. I just think it's going to be all defense. Difference is, I know the Bears' defense can score, and Seattle's defense, and they ain't so good without the 12th man behind them. So I got the Bears winning this football game. Colts at Lions. Whew, this is going to be a really, really tough game. But really, to be honest, you're going to Detroit. Andrew Luck and the Colts defense, they're the two question marks for the season end. I'm pretty sure they're living up to most fans' expectations or exceeding them. I know Andrew Luck's exceeding most fans' expectations for sure. Colts defense, they're kind of solid. They're nothing really too special. And I think Detroit, they're finally coming on its own. Yeah, Madden curse. Calvin Johnson, totally, because he's 658 yards away from breaking the the greatest wide receiver. In fact, NFL named this guy the #1 player in NFL history. Yes, I'm not kidding. Go look that shit up. They made a top 100 of the greatest NFL players of all time. And this man became #1. Jerry motherfucking Rice. Calvin Johnson, even though he's not getting the TDs, he can break Jerry Rice's yard record. And people are saying, oh, whoa, how come no one has done that before? I mean, it's a passing league now, but no one has been able to done it. If he can do this, I bow down to you, Megatron. You are a beast. I hope Megatron does break the record because it'll just be, I like when records get broken, okay? I don't know. I'm weird like that. But I think the Lions winning this football game. I think Matthew Stafford has finally stopped being an idiot. I mean, he's been making bad decisions as of late. Sorry. And the Lions defense has been playing better as of late. And I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of them. So I got the Lions winning this football game. Panthers at the Chiefs. Do I really need to go into depth with this? Is Superman, Cam Newton, is he really back? Well, he can just have 2 good performances against shit teams. I guess you could call it that, or ass teams. I don't know what you want to call the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs, just to me, you know, they're a solid defense and a quarterback away from actually being a really, really good team in the NFL. Other than that, going with the Carolina Panthers to win this football game. The Patriots at the Dolphins. This could be a trap game for Tom Brady and his New England Patriots against a hungry Dolphins team. This Dolphins team, this defense, I really say don't sleep on this defense. I mean, yeah, sometimes they have shitty performances, but really, to be honest, the Dolphins, you know, they have just shakiness on offense. Like Tannehill, he's kind of inconsistent. I know the defense can be inconsistent. I mean, this team is inconsistent, but it's in Miami. Hopefully they'll have fans that sell out the arena. Well, I don't know if they can. Maybe if LeBron James came by and like, oh, support the Miami Dolphins. Maybe they will get people to sell out the arena. Doubt it, though. But the Patriots, I think, will still win this game. I think they still have enough weapons to get by mediocre defenses in the NFL, but they are a totally different team without that big, bad monster of a tight end in Rob Gronkowski. Aaron Hernandez, he's a good tight end, but people, go watch how Rob Gronkowski runs routes. Go watch how Rob Gronkowski positions his body and looks at the catch compared to Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez is nowhere near the level of tight end that Rob Gronkowski is. And I'm tired of people trying to tell me, oh, they're both the same player. No. Do not ever compare Aaron Hernandez to that big, bad monster, Rob Gronkowski. He spikes people, man. He's just a spiker. The Cardinals at the Jets. Well, the thing about the Jets is at least Sanchez plays well against bad defenses. And I don't trust Ryan Lindley. Larry Fitzgerald, you're the captain and leader of this team. You better tell your damn organization, look, fellas, I want to win football games, and you guys better drop the damn quarterback. I don't care if it's Colin Klein. I don't care if it's that Geno Smith guy. I don't care if it's like some motherfucker from Appalachian State. Draft me a quarterback, get me a quarterback. Call Alex Smith up. I'm pretty sure he's up for a job. I mean, he's sitting on the sideline with his helmet anyways. You know, might as well. But I got the Jets winning this game. Normally because Sanchez does play well against crappy defenses. And remember when the Cardinals defense actually looked good? What did I say about separating contenders from pretenders? Yeah, I said that. And look at the Falcons. They're the contending team like I said they would. And the Vikings, and maybe I was wrong about them. But the Cardinals, totally right about the Arizona Cardinals. But anyways, the San Francisco 49ers, the best team in the NFL, in my opinion, taking on the St. Louis Rams with their new quarterback, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, Alex Smith, you can put your helmet on and just sit there on the side. That's cool, but really, to be honest, in all fairness, me playing professional sports and football, well, not professional sports, but me playing sports as a student in high school, you know, I know how it felt losing a starting job, and it really does suck. It's not fun, and really, to be honest, I feel bad for Alex Smith in a way, but at the same time, I really think that Jim Harbaugh and people who are saying that, oh, you know, they have quarterback controversy, I really don't think this is going to affect this team too much. really, to be honest, we've seen so many great teams with shitty quarterbacks, like the Baltimore Ravens of 2000. Yeah, Trent Dilfer, fucking great option at quarterback. No, he was terrible. He was not even that great of a quarterback. So really, to be honest here, Trent Dilfer, he won the Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick or Alex Smith can, because they just have a great defense. They have a defense that will hit you in the fucking mouth. They don't fucking care who you are. Patrick Willis, he doesn't care if his grandma is carrying the football. He will hit her if he's wearing an opposing team's jersey. That is a football team, and I fucking love it. The San Francisco 49ers, they will beat the Rams. It won't be a tie again. I really think that Colin Kaepernick, now he's like, all right, I had to step in and when I face these boys. I had to step in this game last time because my boy got a concussion. Now I'm coming into this game. I beat the Chicago Bears defense where people were saying they're the most scariest defense in the NFL. I exposed those boys. I went to New Orleans in the Superdome. I did what the undefeated Atlanta Falcons couldn't do with the high offense of Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and Roddy White, and the never-aging Tony Gonzalez. I did that. Let me come into St. Louis with all my confidence and throw more. Get 30 points on the board, rush for a touchdown, throw for a touchdown. That's Colin Kaepernick right now. He has the confidence. The 49ers right now, to me, I really do think they are the best team in the NFL just because how their defense is. They don't give a fuck who you are. They will put a hat on you. They gang tackle like crazy. I just think this is a great team. Jim Harbaugh, I'm glad what you did to the 49ers because they are, to me, probably I'm not even a fan of the 49ers, but I think they're the most entertaining team in the NFL. Yeah, weird. But hey, I'm a defensive fan. I'm not an offensive fan that much. Some of my favorite players may be running backs, but I'm more of a defensive guy. That is why I love the San Francisco 49ers, and I got the San Francisco 49ers winning this game. They are the best team in the NFL, in my opinion. Go watch some game film on the San Francisco 49ers. Watch how they run defense, and you will see why I think they are. The Texans at the Titans. Really, to be honest, the Titans, they're in trouble. The Texans, tough team in the AFC. Finally got a long week of break of rest from Thursday to Sunday. I'm giving this to the Houston Texans for the win. Nothing more to say about the Titans. Jake Locker fucked the world. I'm a huge Jake Locker fan from his days at the University of Washington. Go watch those USC games. You'll see why. Buccaneers at the Broncos. Now, I think this is going to be upset here from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Reason why is I always like to choose upsets. Not because I know people are going to be like, oh, because you're a Chargers fan. No, it's because I really do think Tampa Bay has the offense that can beat the let's blitz happy defense of the Denver Broncos. Not to mention, I think Peyton Manning, he might have a couple of bad games. I mean, he didn't fare too well against the Atlanta Falcons. It seems like the NFC South teams, they're different type of style of teams that Peyton Manning, I don't think is adjusted to yet. I really do think that, Peyton Manning, I really do think that he struggles sometimes with the NFC South. Maybe that's just me being crazy because I watched the Atlanta Falcons pick them up a couple times. Maybe. He had trouble with the Carolina Panthers for a little bit. So really, to be honest, I got to give it to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers here. I really do think that they can pull up the upset here. That's just me. And also their performance against Kansas City was just, how do you not do that well against Kansas City? I mean, it's the Chiefs. They're pathetic. Anyways, moving on forward. The Steelers at the Ravens. I'm choosing the Steelers because I'm hoping Big Ben comes back. Yeah, that's the reason why. Because I think the Ravens always struggle with Big Ben. And really, to be honest, the Steelers-Ravens rivalry, it almost is defined because of Big Ben and what he has done. It started back in 1999, but still, the Steelers-Ravens rivalry, it didn't become more intense until Big Ben was the starting quarterback in 2004. Because that's when the shit got real, because the Ravens would always struggle because Big Ben was like, fuck yeah, man, I'm a fat-ass quarterback that can run around the pocket, fucking make some miraculous throws, and you go, what the fuck was that? I mean, Big Ben's even though I'm not a huge Big Ben fan, I'll just say this: Big Ben's a beast. That's all I got to say about Big Ben. So hopefully Ben Roethlisberger comes back. If he doesn't, then I'm screwed because Charlie Batch will throw like 8 interceptions and make that Ravens defense look so much more better than they are. I swear to God, when I was watching the Charger game, the Ravens defense looked like shit. To possibly the quarterback who has the second most quarterback turnovers in the league, and they look like shit. How? So pathetic. I'm sorry, that's just pathetic. The Bengals at the Chargers. Now the Chargers, the Superchargers. It's December time for them, and you know what that means. I don't know what it is about the Chargers. Maybe it's because Norv Turner knows that his job is on the fucking line, so he says, oh, we got to start playing football now, boys. Maybe Phillip Rivers just loves the winter time because of all his 8 fucking children. He can buy them all Christmas presents that they don't even fucking need. Maybe the Chargers just love playing in December, and the Chargers, once again, are in this situation. Oh, San Diego, they suck dick right now. Oh, San Diego, middle of the road team, and all of a sudden, oh my God, San Diego is a potential team to make the playoffs. This year, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I really hope they don't. Please fire Norv Turner and AJ Smith, that piece of shit. Why did we let go of Marty Schottenheimer? I mean, seriously. At least he made the playoffs consistently, even though we were cock teased for a bunch of Super Bowls. But whatever, who cares? Really, to be honest here, I know people are going to call me biased for this pick, but I don't give a fucking fuck. I always read predictions from many different articles that I read in my spare time. People always choose their team sometimes because they know some places they're hard at, they're very hot at. I read some people's articles. Like I read this guy who's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, and he always chooses the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I don't call him biased. He does back up his shit. I know people who are diehard 49er fans that will predict their team to go undefeated. And I'm not going to just say that I'm not being biased here, because I am being a little biased with this pick. I'll call out my shit when it stinks. I'm not someone that will just say, oh yeah, my team's going to win, and I'll just prove some bullshit out my ass. No, I'm not going to do that. The reason why I'm choosing the Chargers is because we were in the same situation last year. We were just a mediocre team. Then we faced a Super Bowl caliber Baltimore Ravens team, and they came to us and we smacked them in the fucking mouth. That's what I'm saying. And I think the same thing will happen with the Cincinnati Bengals. They'll come into this game, San Diego will smack them in the mouth, and they will go, okay, now we got to worry about San Diego in December. Yeah, thanks, Chargers. You'll hear teams around the league and players around the league that will say, in December, there's 3 teams you never want to face if you're a team trying to make the playoffs, especially in the AFC. San Diego Chargers, because they're most likely a team that will make the playoffs or in the playoffs. The Denver Broncos, because it's the same situation as the San Diego Chargers. And this is a weird wild card, but sometimes this team doesn't make it to Pittsburgh Steelers. Those are the 3 teams that a lot of teams say you don't want to face, and the Chargers are always considered a team that, always plays well in December, so I'm going with the Chargers for this one. The Eagles at the fucking Cowboys. Oh my, fuck the Eagles. They let go of Jason Babin for some stupid excuse. Oh, we got to let the young talent play. Yeah, that's like fucking saying, like, holy shit, like, what could be a good example? Okay, that's like the Indiana Pacers, and I know it's a weird example going to basketball, but that's like the Indiana Pacers telling Danny Granger, yeah, we like Gerald Green better, and he's younger than you, so we're going to cut you. It's like, what kind of example is that? That is stupid as hell, man. That's like Bill Belichick going up to Tom Brady. Hey, Brady, you didn't win us a Super Bowl last season, so we're going to cut you so we can get the younger player, Ryan Mallett, a chance to shine. Like, what the fuck? And you're right, but I mean, Jason Babin's a great defensive lineman. I mean, what are you doing? This is how poor this organization is. This is why I said this fucking organization is so fucking overrated and that this team would not make the playoffs. I said this team would not make the playoffs. People made fun of me. People called me crazy. Hell, I was the same guy that said the Colts would do well. I was the same guy that said the Tampa Bay Buccaneers could steal the division. I said a lot of crazy things in the NFL. Why? Maybe because sometimes I'm just naturally crazy about the NFL, naturally crazy, and I have a big ass fucking ego. But still, how can someone think that this organization was going to be good with Michael Vick being their quarterback and a coach like Andy Reid that is making Michael Vick play like he's a fucking pocket passer? This is stupid. Sorry. I know Jason Garrett's a terrible head coach, but at least he knows what to do with his motherfucking quarterback. Tony Romo, fuck the world. Give me some fantasy points, you son of a bitch. Cowboys. Giants at Redskins. See how much more calmer I get when I talk about good games. Going to be a good game. Upset alert for me, though. Robert Griffin III. Call me a nut hugger for him. Maybe because I loved him in college. But Robert Griffin III, I think, will win this football game. And I feel that something spiritual. And I know it's kind of weird to predict this for football, but, we've seen crazier shit before in a lot of sports of spiritual, happenings. Players will talk about it. Remember the 2008 Boston Celtics? When their longtime owner died, Paul Pierce said Woody was looking out for us. That's what he said. Michigan has the same team. A lot of teams have these weird spiritual events that happen. And I feel that, Washington, they'll have a spiritual blessing for them because of the great safety Sean Taylor, who passed away 5 years ago yesterday. I really do think something magical will happen in that stadium. And maybe it will be the presence of number 21. Maybe it won't. I know that's kind of crazy, and many people may think I've been off my rocker with this. But you gotta believe, sometimes crazy shit happens in sports. There's no way to explain it. But I feel something could happen in this game that will make this game just be unforgettable. I really feel this game could be the most unforgettable game in the longest time. I really feel this will be RG3's game where people say, okay, this is the man. I also feel that since the Redskins, they played last Thursday, they're not playing till Monday, and the Giants, they play from Sunday, and they're playing till Monday. I feel the extra days of the Redskins and the prepping of they're going to get on the New York Giants will just be good enough to defeat the New York Giants. It's not that the New York Giants are a bad team. I think they're a great team. They're a team that could have a chance to repeat for their Super Bowl. There's no denying that. I'm not saying the Redskins will win the division. I'm not saying the Redskins will make the playoffs. What I am saying is I do believe in spiritual beliefs in football. I do believe that there's some spiritual moments in sports that happen for some reason. I don't know. They just happen. And I just feel that there could be something special happening at Washington. It could be RG3 coming back from a huge lead. It could be a last-second touchdown. It could be a last-second interception for a touchdown. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I miss Sean Taylor, even though I'm not a Redskins fan. I just miss the presence he had on the field and who he was as a player. Or maybe I just am too high on the Redskins. I don't know what you guys will say about this, but I am going with the upset with the Washington Redskins. I think they're going to be ready and that they will win the football game against the New York Football Giants. That's it for my predictions. Make sure you guys check out all the other links like I said earlier. I'm off. Peace.